Sanyasya sarvakarmani bhavabandha vimuktaye yatyatang panditair dhirair atmabhyasa upastitai. Sanyasya, renouncing, sarva karmani, all actions, bhavabandha vimuktaye, for liberation from the bonds of life, yatatam, may effort be put forth, panditai, by the learned, dhirai, the steadfast wise man, atmabhyase, in the practice of rediscovering the self, upastitai, remaining. Let the wise and erudite man, commencing the practice of realization of Ātman, renounce all works and cut loose the bonds of birth and death. Namaste. So, the very first words of this verse, Sanyasya sarvakarmani, means giving up all works, including the ritualistic sacrifices given in the Vedas. Why? Because to attain self-realization is more than a full-time job, all in itself. So, if you have a career, if you have a family, you have to at least provisionally recognize the material world as being real, isn't it? You have to care for the world, and you have to take care of so many things in that world. You have to believe in it. You have to think it matters. And this is actively against self-realization. So to attain self-realization means, as he says in the next phrase, bhava bandha vimuktaye, completely engaged in self-realization leading to mukti, freedom, liberation, enlightenment. This is the only way to attain it. You cannot. What does it say? Jesus says in the Bible, a man cannot serve two masters. He has to pick one and go with it fully. So some crazy guy was posting on our forum last night that, what if I'm okay with being born again and again in the material world? Okay, brother. If you're okay with unlimited suffering forever, go and join up, But what intelligent being would accept that? No. There has to be an exit. There has to be a salvation. There has to be an end to the suffering. Otherwise, why would we even want to exist? Oh, and then he says the next thing, I don't really exist. Well, we went over that in the first axiom video, that even to say that I don't exist means you have to exist. Duh. So, see, this is basically insanity. Insanity says, I do not exist. When obviously you do. Or it says, I'm Napoleon or somebody like that. I am somebody important when you're not. That doesn't mean that you don't exist. It just means you don't exist as anybody important, which is great. Because then you can drop all these material designations and activities, and it's not going to make any difference. It's very helpful. It's very nice. So then the next thing in the verse is to cut loose the bonds of birth and death. And what is that? Well, here's a nice verse from Kathopanishad. Paranchikani vyatrina svayambhu tasmat paran pashyati nantaratman kashchit dhira pratyagatmanaikashat avrita chakshuramritat vamichan. Brahma created the sense organs to go outward. Hence, a man sees only outward without turning his eyes inward to the antaratman. A rare dhira, desiring immortality, turning his eyes inward, saw the Ātman in the inmost recess of himself. What a beautiful verse. So this means we cannot serve two masters, both the outward sense engagements and the inward contemplation of the self. It is not possible because they contradict one another. The attention can only be directed in one way, not two simultaneously. So either you're looking outward or you're looking inward. You can't combine the two. So one who is intelligent then gives up all material engagements. No more promises, no more deadlines, no more schedules, no more responsibilities, nowhere to go, nothing to do. Just sit and meditate until you get it. After that, there's no right or wrong, no rules, no criteria, no standards. Every enlightened being is individual and different, unique. But until you reach that stage, you have to follow the indications of the scriptures. And the scriptures are giving very clear direction. Sannyasya sarva karmani. Give up all of these karmas, these actions, these duties. This is the stage of sannyasa. That's why a sannyasi, see, each of the 4 stages of the varnashrama system is meant to embody or express one of the levels of consciousness. Here's our good old chart. So brahmachari life is about karma yoga, performing the rituals of the Vedas and maintaining celibacy and all that. Grihastha life, married life, is about bhakti, love and devotion, dedication, doing one's duties towards the family. But then there's retired life. And this is specifically for meditation. This is for cleaning all these attachments from the mind and again residing in one's natural state. And when that is attained, that is the 4th stage, where one gives up everything and simply resides in Brahman. That's a very nice set. That's where I am now. So I looked for a sannyas guru for many years before I finally met Jnana Shakti. And he actually came to me. He literally came to my doorstep and knocked on the door. So I consider myself very fortunate, very blessed that a realized soul came to me, a sannyasi, and gave me sannyas. But sannyas is not just a title. It's not just a designation. It's a state of being where one gives up sarva karmani, all these karmas, all these works, actions, duties, obligations, commitments, and so forth. Why? Because they're all out in the world and experienced through the senses. Brahma created these senses to go outward. That's why everybody is fixated on the material world and the material objects. But the dhira, one who is serious, one who is sober, intelligent, wise, turns the attention inward towards the self. And he goes in and in and in through all the layers of the mind until he comes to the essence, which is Ātman, the self, the knower, the witness, pure consciousness, without any qualities or any actions, without any attachments, within which the whole universe exists. This is Ātman, the space within the heart, bigger than the space outside. And this is what is realized in self-realization. When one attains this, he realizes this verse from Panchadashi. Tatchintanam takatanam ayonyam tatprabodhanam ekadeka paratram cha brahmabhyasam vidur buddha. Always thinking about it, speaking about it, conveying it to each other, being intent on it alone, are said by the wise to be the marks of brahmabhyasa. Brahmabhyasa, absorption in Brahman alone.
Om Tat Sat, Om Shakti